My name is Mo Awale. If you're really cool, it's Muhammad Awale. We can start off with Mo and get to know each other better. I'm single. I'm 24. I'm in that awkward stage of having finished school, of like not really know what I want to do. So I'm kind of in a constant state of I don't know. What is the craziest thing you or your elementary school best friend did? I'm trying to, I don't know. No question, my elementary school best friend was T-Watt Gutch. Coolest dude ever, big T. Craziest thing we ever did, something I have to be willing to share and say in public. So back in the day, like, there was a Shaw's, but what people did was they used to steal carts from that place all the time, and we would just collect the carts and like stack them up and like smash them into each other, riding them. Yeah, I think maybe that was the dumbest thing. Like 10, 11, it was before middle school. It was definitely in elementary school. I think the weirdest thing that ever happened, and I still think about this a lot. Me and him were best friends, but we always fought a lot. Like every kid, like, you know, back and forth. You know, I think one day I remember just shoving back and forth, like who's the bigger cock, like type deal. We're friends. We weren't gonna really hurt each other. The principal grabbed us. She's like, "I'm tired of you guys." First off, lady, this is the first time I've ever been in your office. And she gave me a big spiel. Mind you, we're like 9 or 10. Well, you guys could end up in jail. If you guys keep fighting and hurt each other, you're gonna end up in jail and be with other people that hurt each other. Even as a 9-year-old, I'm like, this is way too intense of a conversation. I remember telling my mom about it later, and like, you know, when you're a kid, you're telling your mom the worst bits. Like, Mom, she said she was gonna take me to jail. I was, jail? What is this? Jail? Me and him were both like, we're super tall and just big guys, like growing up, so like people thought we were adults most of the time. So I can kind of get a little bit, but like if we were smaller and white, we probably would not have gotten talked to. Girls were not in my head until like late middle school. I remember middle school, I thought I had to have a girlfriend. Even like religion classes that I went to every weekend as a kid, like the girls were segregated. No, Somali camp introduced me to a lot of girls, but you know, they were, like, you call them sisters. You never really hung out. So sleepovers just weren't a real thing. There were times when like my mom had to get rid of me so she could travel. And I remember like cousins, it was pretty normal. Especially when they're younger, kids just sleeping in like the same bedroom. I was always into drama. I was always into like writing and stuff like that. And most of the time I would be around women in that situation. Like as a kid, my exposure, I didn't have like a best friend who was like a woman when I was a kid, you know? Like I do now. If you think about it, if you're a middle schooler or a high schooler, who's your general friend group? It's mostly about vicinity. It's how close you are to someone, right? And I did plays with girls when I was that age. It's not like we hung out afterwards. In my culture, marriage typically is negotiated. When I talk about Somalia, I can only talk about what I've heard and what I know from my family, and that's deeply related to my specific tribe. At least in my specific view, like there's still, our arranged marriages are still plentiful. Typically it's like a last resort for a guy you just want to get rid of. You know, you couldn't have girlfriends. If a girl was around, I was related to her. If she wasn't, like, we weren't in a room alone together. When I got older, female cousins of mine would, before when we used to greet each other, I'd hug them. Now it's like, you know, we shake hands now. You're an adult. You're capable of getting boners now, so we can't, I'm like, I'm not you, no. The viewpoint changes culturally. Like, I have a ton of female friends that I consider you a friend, and to my knowledge I've not had sex with you. I can get like where you can like sort of develop feelings with someone if you're just near them a lot, but a lot of my female friends will say that I treat them like a dude, which I've never understood. Treating you like I treat a friend. I think the thing is, what happens is a lot of guys, my experience, and I used to be a nice guy too, and as a kid, think like, you know, you get good friends with a girl, she'll fall in love with you or something like that, and like, a lot of guys are holding on to hope when they're starting friendships with the wrong intentions. The intention is what the relationship is formed around, right? I feel like I make one of my best friends' girlfriend upset. Like, you worry about being alone a lot, and you worry like if you don't constantly feed relationships or, you know, constantly be a part of a relationship that it's gonna end on you or something. I don't know. I feel like it's a dumb thing to get worried about, because it's probably something else you're worried about You know, you're upset that someone's spending too much time with another person. So you see a lot of that happening with people who've been cheated on before. I can definitely understand that breach of trust destroying you. But in the end of the day, it's trying to fix yourself and heal yourself, right? Everyone's trying to heal themselves from something. You know, jealousy, anger. Everyone has something they're fighting with. He hacked into Facebook so he can meet someone. He made it so, like, whenever you look at his profile, it adds him as a friend instantly, and then it makes him viewable on your Facebook list. So he would just go to girls he likes, and he built an algorithm apparently to find his perfect spouse, and he did. So stuff like that would be so interesting to like see. Like, normally you're meeting someone by chance, but this guy found a way to mathematically prove attraction. And hi, I'm Awale. You can follow me on Instagram at Awale. So you can follow me. And then okay. Oh shit. No idea what it is. Can I pick it up? Is it cool? I picked it up already. I asked you for consent after doing it, so that's not very good. It feels like a citrus has been poked by a lot of toothpicks. Oh man, I want to say orange, but I don't think it is. It's like a grapefruit. It's grapefruit that's been pierced a lot. Oh! Huh. It is. You stabbed a lot. Like, were you really mad when you did this? Thank you for watching Serial Monogamist.